Good afternoon, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. This will be a test drive and driving impression video of this gorgeous 2014 Ford F-150 EcoBoost 3.5 liter four-wheel drive. This is a crew cab, and it is absolutely gorgeous inside and out. Now, we do have an in-depth walk-around video of this vehicle where we go through the ins and outs and demonstrate its many functions and features. Make sure you catch that video as well. We will be sure to include both links to both videos in the description portion of the ad anywhere you find this vehicle for sale. The reason I wanted to do a quick walk around before we hop on in and begin is just to show you how stunning this vehicle is. It is absolutely extraordinary how clean this vehicle is. One of the cleanest F-150s, if not the cleanest F-150 we have probably ever had. We were fortunate enough to meet the previous owner of this vehicle, take possession of the vehicle directly by that person. He had a 120 or 140 mile commute, I forget which, daily, which explains the higher miles at 184,467 miles. But need not to worry, this vehicle was beautifully maintained and taken care of, and it really shows. I rarely ever come across something this clean from the used car market, because no one really takes care of their vehicles in the same fashion that I take care of mine, for example. So this is something that I would own myself, and that is saying a lot. For those of you who know me personally, that is saying a lot. I am extremely picky on my vehicles. I'm an absolute car lover, enthusiast, and every once in a while I come across a vehicle that I stop and think to myself, I would own this car. As a matter of fact, I should own this car. Then I try to find reasons in which I should own it and try to convince myself to own it. Wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, as you can see over here. It's also got a backup camera, so just throw it into reverse. You'll be able to see behind you, as well as your trajectory to your trailer hitch right in the center over there as well. This vehicle has premium sound system, has an amplifier, a subwoofer. All these speakers and tweeters and the doors have all been replaced and upgraded. Previous owner had to have put a couple $1,000s into this stereo. It's one of the most powerful stereos that I've ever heard. For copyright reasons, I can't play it for you. Plus, you wouldn't really hear the depth of sound coming through the microphone on this camera anyways. But it is extraordinary how powerful this sound system is, how great it sounds, how wonderful it performs. You'll have to take my word for it, or come out and try it out in person. I think you'll be amazed. This EcoBoost engine is very capable, very quiet, very powerful, and very smooth. And smooth describes the whole vehicle. This thing's got a leveling kit in the front, custom wheels, custom tires, and it still rides beautifully. It has pretty much just about as close as possible as you can get to the factory ride quality. You don't hear any excessive noise from the tires. You don't feel any excessive noise from the road. Vehicle is driving smooth, drives straight. It's just steering wheel is dead center, 12 o'clock when you're going straight down the road. It doesn't pull to the left or the right. Brakes feel great as well, and the oil was just refreshed recently before the vehicle was sold to us. Vehicle drives very smooth. It's an absolute blast to drive. Love these side mirrors with the center, with the part on the top corner that gives you a blind spot. As we apply our brakes and slow down, come to a slower speed, we don't feel any shaking or shimmying on the steering wheel. We don't feel any shaking or shimmying on the brake pedal or on the chassis of the vehicle. Nothing that would indicate any warpage of the brakes or rotors whatsoever. Put your foot on the gas and this thing just really likes to go. Minimal effort, very smooth. Very impressive truck, folks. Love that it's still got its original windshield as well with the Ford logo down the center. Vehicle comes with all books, manuals, and also the card with the code for the combination on the driver's door. As you can see, both keys and remote fobs as well. And I also have all of the original hardware and original radio that was removed out of the vehicle as well. We'll be happy to include that in the sale, obviously. Automatic headlights, child safety locks, power windows, power door locks, and even best yet, your media works here. Your buttons here all work properly. A module had to have been used to be able to incorporate this aftermarket unit into the steering wheel controls. There was no expense spared to the upkeep and maintenance of this vehicle, and it really shows. I would take this vehicle with these miles over the average one with half the miles on it, even if all things considered the prices were the same. This section of road, folks, has a lot of uneven road, rough pavements, and potholes, and it really puts the suspension through its paces. If there's ever a vehicle that has excessive wear and tear on its upper or lower control arms, sway bar links, tie rod ends, ball joints, we typically feel the movement and the rattle and the clunk on this section of road, and I'm not feeling anything. It does ride like a truck because, you know, it is a truck, so you do feel the bumps, you do feel the imperfections, but you don't feel any looseness, you don't feel any clattering, no clunks, no noises, no squeaks, no moans. This thing is solid. Can't imagine this thing would drive any better if it was brand new. Also love the fact that you have your gear indicator, so it kind of just shows you over here what gear you're in. 5th gear right now. Keeps you in line and in tune with the vehicle. Here we'll do a 0 to 60 acceleration run with the air conditioning on, going up a hill, going up an incline, just to see how fast we can get from 0 to 60. We'll zoom in just to show you that we're stopped. We'll start out at about 40% throttle, 50%, 60, 70% throttle, 80% throttle. Very smooth shifts even under heavy throttle. And you're at 60 miles per hour before you know it, folks. Very smooth and effortless. I'll go ahead and slow down to a safe speed here and just tell you that this vehicle just rides like $1,000,000. You're going to absolutely love it. This is going to be the pride and joy of any individual, family, or business. I congratulate the next owner in advance for this beautiful, amazing truck. I wish I had a need for one like this, but I daily drive a GMC Sierra 2500 with a Duramax and an Allison transmission. Duramax engine, Allison transmission, and I just can't justify. For me, it would be a downgrade. But boy, if you're in the market for a truck, this would be it. If I didn't have a truck, this would be my next truck. Folks, for those of you watching us from out of state or out of town, do want to remind you we do have affordable nationwide shipping and transport services available, so just give us a call. We'll get you a quote on what it would take to get this vehicle from our doorstep to yours, so don't be shy. Trade-ins are welcome, extended warranties are available, and a special request here, folks, if you've enjoyed our video, please do give us a big old thumbs up. Make sure you slam that like button. We really are concentrating on growing our YouTube channel, and we cannot do so without your help, so please like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell notification icon to be notified of all of our future videos. Now, if you have any additional questions, concerns, or comments, you can give me a call directly and get a hold of me by dialing area code 916-765-7575. You can also find us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website at directauto.outlet.com. Do also want to remind you that trade-ins are welcome. Extended warranties are available as well. We also have financing options both in person and on our website. So if you'd kind of like to see what we can do for you, get you set up with a bank or credit union, go ahead and fill out a credit application right on our website and we'll get to work for you right away. As we make our last few twists and turns before we make it to the lot, I do want to take this opportunity to thank you for investing your valuable time, sticking with us throughout the entirety of this video. Certainly do appreciate it. Hopefully it wasn't too boring for you. One last thing I want to demonstrate for you is the backup camera, which works beautifully on this huge, humongous touchscreen. Go ahead and make our way back into the lot right around the corner, and then we're going to demonstrate the backup camera for you. But first we're going to go ahead and squeeze through these tight cones, see if we could pass our driving test a second time. Alright, cool, we did it. Alright, folks, pull inside. There's my GMC right down there. And throw it into reverse, which will activate your backup camera. Angle of the sun, there's going to be some glare there. I apologize, it's just the angle. Let's see if I can move the camera, make it any better. You do have trajectory, and then you do also have a line allowing you easier access. Sorry, this is the best we could do at this time of day, folks, but you get the idea. Well, thank you so much, folks. We look forward to working and interacting with each and every one of you soon. Come on out and see us. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.